On to chapter 5. Whoop whoop. I'm tired and my lungs hurt. It's about the right time to record. Fly? Yeah, we're going to fly. Wow, you're crazy. Go and jump off a building on your own, you twat. Kotaro fashioned the kite-looking thing to his back and held his hand out to me. Wanna suicide off the towers together? Come on, princess. I did as he said and took his hand. He then forcefully pulled me up toward him. That's it. I'm now saying it. This is like planned suicide, and we're just not minding it because we're stupid. He's gonna jump off the building and we're gonna jump off with him, and that's the only way we can be together. Damn you being a princess. Eek! He held me with both of his arms. I panicked and held onto his back of his neck. Grab on tight. Huh? What? Kotaro tied something around both of our bodies and then... Huh? Ah! The sound of falling to your death! As he held me, he started sprinting on the roof. And he jumped off the roof just like that. And then I went into a coma. Exclamation point! Darkness. Couldn't even let out a scream. The strong wind that hit my cheeks made a surging, thunderous sound in my ears. I closed my eyes tightly and I felt the blood in my body swell. All I could do was bear with it. Why does it like kinda sound sexual even though that's not what's happening? Good girl, you didn't struggle. Hehe. The strong winds made it hard to hear him even though we were so close. Kotaro laughed loudly and told me what to do. Try and open your eyes. Open eye. Get it. I did it. Oh yay, it's the same sky that I saw before. Isn't it weird that we're like in the air but we're still seeing the exact same sky? Suppose I'm looking up. I looked down and saw the moonlight shine on a forest. It was like watching ripples on the water. The entire sky was filled with stars and the moonlight that drowned them out. Ah, that's a good picture. The way that we're holding it makes it seem like he's like actually attached to it and we're like hanging down. That's not very safe, princess. It's so beautiful, isn't it? We're flying. We're really flying. I said we were going to fly. Forgot my fear. I widened my eyes as Kotaro held me in his arms. It feels like we could go anywhere. Unfortunately, we can't fly for that long. Really? We're not really flying, it's more like we're gliding. Kotaro fidgeted with something that looked like a stretched hand and changed our direction. If I was alone, I could have flown higher, but it's not possible with both of us. Aw, what a pity that I weigh a ton. I thought we could pass the demons and fly to some unknown country. Abandoning my country while in war, that's the spirit. But it feels nice. I pulled myself together and looked at the scenery once more. I could see the far-off ridgeline and the city lights beyond it. It's just a trivial thing that I like. It's the same view the birds see. Do you always look down from up here? From time to time. Oh, by the way, princess, what is it? Have a little bit of a bad news for you. What is it? We might not last very long. Huh? Actually, we're falling. What? I mean, I could have looked at the ground and seen that it's coming closer, but the stars, man. Now that I thought about it, the trees did seem like they were getting closer. What are we gonna do? All we can do is land. Eek! Hold on tight. Ah! Exclamation point. I thought we would fall with a bang, but we shook as the wings disappeared in the forest. Exclamation point. I could feel how nervous Kotaro was. His arms were holding onto me tightly. Though as the wings disappeared in... Did we like let go of them and then just flew off? And then... Princess, are you alright? Are you hurt? No, what about you? I'm fine as well. Closed my eyes so tightly my forehead hurt. How do you do that? Like I'm trying to do it like right now, but I can cause eye and eyebrow pain. Forehead? Now I need to see again. But as I tried to slowly open my eyes, Kotaro quickly raised his voice. You shouldn't open your eyes just yet. Eek! Jeez, I was too slow. Apparently the wings on Kotaro's back had been caught on some branches. That was fine, but there was a number of blazing eyes under the tree. Somehow I was able to hear their frightening groans as well. Demons! They're not. They're dogs, dumbass. Huh? An animal? Durr. Now that he'd mentioned it, they did look a bit smaller than demons, but not demon-shaped in general. Felt relieved. Thank goodness. Don't know if you can say that just yet. They're better than demons, but dogs can still kill. So can raccoons, depending on how pathetic you are. As he said that, it sounded like the wings on his back were breaking. Can't stay like this much longer. I guess we have to go down. Go down? Like to the floor? Princess, hang on to me. Tara held me with one hand, and with the other he broke the winds behind him. Here we go! The scenery around us ran together. After that, I felt another crash. Tara descended onto the ground while holding me. I could tell he was nervous. The dogs backed away when he landed, but they slowly surrounded us. Their shining eyes looked like fire. My entire body shivered, and we became surrounded by their growls. A noticeably large dog barked at us and was ready to pounce at any moment. Kotaro? We'll be okay. Just stay calm. Sense of it if you're scared. Kotaro softly breathed. He glared at the dog at the front. Something emitted from Kotaro's body. It was his soul. He was taking the dog. No, that would be a foot block, but no. It was a tingling feeling that made my hairs on my body stand up. It was like an invisible force. Kotaro didn't have a large build, but he felt enormous. Kotaro simply stayed quiet, and the dogs kept glaring at us. Yes, the growls had ceased. The dogs had slowly widened their circle, and the big dog that kept on resisting finally stopped growling. Going to put you down, but don't move yet. He untied the belt that was around us and slowly put me on the floor. And God, the music stopped, and now it sounds like awkward. He then approached the biggest dog and looked down on him, up close. Oh, thank God, the music came back. The dog shrank and started to whimper. He groveled on the ground, then put his belly up and rolled around. Then got back on his feet, started to wag his tail joyfully. Good boy! Kotaro squatted down and pet his head. Princess is alright now. Try petting him. He won't bite. You'll be fine. The other dogs quietly sat around us, and before I knew it, we were playing. There were 6 of them. It looked like the dog next to Kotaro was the leader. I put my hand out. Timidly put my hand out at the dog that was wagging his tail next to Kotaro. Grrr. Stopped my hand when he started to growl. Hey! Kotaro lightly scolded the dog and smiled at me. I was just teasing you. Pet him all you like. He'll lick you if you're too timid. Okay. I readied my hand and touched the dog's head. This time around, the dog was quiet. Pet him along the top hair around his forehead. Closed his eyes contently. Oh, that kind of reminds me of my cat. I really like a head pet. Oh wow, you already won them over. Well, yeah. Say, is this something only skilled ninjas can do? Nope. This is boys in general, silly girl. And how do you do it? Put a lot of effort into telling them how strong I am. Taro hooked the dog's neck and smiled. These guys are nice and easy to understand, unlike women. For some reason, his smile looked similar to the dog. Thought that the day Kotaro came back covered in blood too. Sometimes Kotaro became a man I didn't recognize. Yukimura and the other soldiers were different. There was something cruel about him. Like he would be a real wife beater, but there's just something so attractive about that. Kotaro stood up and gave orders to the dogs. Now you guys go. We don't have any food to give you. It was like the dogs understood what he said and turned around and walked off. Other dogs followed behind them. It's a little sad. They were so cute. Stop that. Get too attached to people, they won't be able to survive. But I can like feed them, and I can like have like 50 dogs in like my yard and food for everybody, and when we run out of food rations we can feed them the villagers. Perfect! After that, Kotaro looked at the broken winds and let sigh, and planned on landing on the hill a little further down. It was surprisingly heavy. It must have hurt. You jerk! You're blaming me? Never said it was your fault. Just thought that you were a little lighter. Aren't you just blaming me? No. It's not your fault. My fault for thinking you were slimmer. Trying to tell you that putting it like that hurts. We looked at each other and started laughing. Might have been because I felt relieved, but I couldn't stop smiling and started to tear up. What are we gonna do now? For now, it looks like there's an opening over there. Let's go to see. Taro wiped his eyes with one hand and put his other out to me. Yeah! Took Taro's hand. It was warm. He firmly grasped my hand. Hand. It's fun being with Kotaro. Something exciting always seemed to happen. Everything was beyond my imagination. We walked a little bit and there was an opening in the trees. Oh! The moonlight brilliantly shined on the field. I could see a river too beyond the open earth. Oh, it looks like we landed somewhere closer than I thought. This is the hill I planned on landing on. Isn't the view great? Yeah. Blowing wind felt nice. Soft grass swayed in the wind and made waves of light. Kotaro stretched out his back and spoke. I always feel refreshed when I come here. Further beyond that river, there's somewhere living life unbeknownst to us. And beyond that, there are people with different eye and hair colors and speaking different languages. But Kotaro, your hair is yellow. The boys here are the color of the rainbow. I mean, the only thing I haven't seen was black-skinned people. Don't you think that's amazing? Yeah, it is. I held my hair that was swaying in the wind and smiled. Taro pouted. What's with that face? You think I'm like a child, don't you? Well, of course not. It's the opposite. I thought you were looking at the world I didn't know about. Not actually looking at it. Just imagining what would it be like. Yeah, I know, but still. I stood next to him and looked at the scenery beyond the hill. I was this country's princess. As long as I was myself, I wouldn't be able to leave my country or the one I married into. It was hard for me to imagine the unknown world. The neighboring nations were distant worlds to me. I'd said it before, didn't I? You won't find pretty stones unless you look for them. I'm sure you gave up before trying to search for them. You might be right. You should just throw it all away. Huh? I turned around and Kotaro earnestly looked at me. You should throw your social status away and come with me. Kotaro! You come with me, I can take you anywhere you want. You wouldn't have to think about the demons, you could do whatever you want to, and we can ignore this hellhole that's like opening right inside this country that would probably spread to other countries and take over the world, and then the world would end. But nah, just leave it. Yeah, just leave it. That might be nice. Held my hair down from the wind as I spoke. Really? Oh, so you weren't serious? It's not like that, but... Smiled teasingly to Kotaro. But how would we survive? I can't do anything, you know? We'll make do somehow. He became a little serious. That's right. Despite how I look, I'm good with the flute. Something came to mind after he said flute. Could it be? The flute I sometimes hear. Yeah, I play it. I'm good, aren't we? Yes, very. The flute that had comforted me was actually Kotaro's doing. I can gather people with my flute and do a performance. What can you do, princess? I can play the koto a little bit. And yes, I could totally strip. I'm gonna strip in the streets, and trust me, prostituting is big money. But no, a flute and a koto, that sounds elegant. I'm sure we'll become famous. We'll earn our money in towns and sometimes live luxuriously. We'll be vagabonds. I'm sure it will be fun, especially when we're 70 and we're like blind and we're just sitting in the sewer going, fuck, why don't we have any savings? I closed my eyes and thought about what he said. He could play the flute and I would play kotos. Koto's too big, so a lute might be good. Then we could live a busting, playful life as we smile to each other. I'm sure it will be fun. Right? You think so too, right? So come on, let's go. Stretch out his hand was there for a different reason now. I silently shook my head. Why? I mean, I'm a princess after all. My face in his chest. I couldn't look at him as I spoke. I saw his face, I was sure my feelings would waver. Someone like me can't do a thing. I'm just a woman, and we're like secondary creatures. We're worse than dogs. There were people who died in order to keep me alive. Everybody, actually. I'm pretty useless. Why do you keep on doing that? That's why I'm a princess. Everybody believes I'm doing something good for the nation while I'm sitting on a pile of money eating chocolate. My nursing mother had told me to run as she had been skewered. My father and brother had died trying to save my life. Thus, final moments, my fiancé had made a plan, but he lost from an illness that's completely unrelated to me, so never mind. I lost my memories, but the feelings were still present in me. There are people taking refuge in the castle now. They believe that we'd save them. There's no way I can run off by myself. I have to go back and take the castle with me. That's only the logical decision. Kotaro didn't say anything for a while. He kept opening... Oh, his hands. That makes more sense. He kept opening and closing. Like a chest, like a mimic. You know, like an empty human. Just like opens and closes. Bad reading me. He did it over and over and then finally got over. He spoke brightly. He kept on opening and closing. Yeah, I guess you're right. Taro hugged my shoulders and separated from me. He smiled. It was a joke. I couldn't leave my men behind either. Totally care. So it was just a joke. Okay, let's go back, princess. The wind has started getting colder. We're walking back, so it's not that far, so let's make haste. Let's a haste and make. We didn't speak as we walked home. We held hands. It was to prevent me from getting lost. You see, really, besides these conversations, we have like nothing in common, so we have just long spaces of awkward in between us. Felt a little lonely because I could feel that that was the only reason we were holding hands. I tried to think of something to talk about, but Kotaro opened his mouth first. It's a good thing we didn't come across any demons. Yeah, true. Oh yeah, there's something I don't understand about my flute. Might sound strange, but I don't really remember when I learned to play it. Huh? I've only been able to play it recently, and my men were surprised when they found out. Say, princess, what's the meaning behind this? I know that you know what's happening with my life and my memories because of reasons. I averted my eyes away from Kotaro's. The reason he didn't remember was because I'd given false memories. I don't know. That was all I could tell him. I was sure he'd been interested in the flute before coming here. It was good after all. And the ninja Kotaro hadn't played the flute. It was only natural for his subordinates to not know about it. Well, that really doesn't matter. I pick up skills in a day, all the time. It just happens sometimes. You wake up and you're suddenly like, I'm super good at calligraphy. Where did that come from? Oh, we can see it now. Looked up and could see the central bailey between the gaps in the trees. Now then, how are we going to enter the castle? That's the problem. I was dumbfounded. You didn't think about it? Yep, exactly. I'm sure you didn't expect that one. Oh, you! I was annoyed, and Kotaro frowned. There's nothing I can do about it. I planned on taking you to some unknown country. I said nothing, and he grinned. But that as it may, isn't there an entrance where no one could find us? Looks like I don't have a choice. I have to use that path. The one lined with poop. That path is a secret passage that only royal family knows about. But we used it as a sewage, so it's super gross. Oh. As an exception, I'll let you use it, but only this one time. Originally, it was something we couldn't tell people outside our family, and we still cannot tell it because it's supposed to be a secret retreat. But now you're kind of free to assassinate me if I need to run away ever, so that was a great idea. Oh, it's a little secret. Kotaro laughed like a child. Returned to my room and thankfully the castle was quiet. No one knew we escaped. Glad we made it back safely. You're the one who took me outside, you jerk. I meant you were heavier than I thought. You're bringing that up again. Kotaro laughed and put his hand on his hip. Well then, I'll go back now. I want to see how my men are going. Okay, it was fun. Thank you for today. Suddenly he came close to me. He closed in on my face and was close. We were almost touching. What is it? Princess, about me asking you to go beyond the river bend. I haven't given up yet. Quickly grazed my lips. Couldn't even close my eyes. His gentle lips visited me and soon left. I was dumbfounded and couldn't do anything. Well, good night. Good night. Taro grinned and disappeared. Weakly fell onto the floor. Haven't even slept yet and was already daybreak. Stupid sun. Taro must have overslept as well because my handmaid woke me up. Princess, you've been sleeping for quite a while. It's as if you can't be tired like a human. The handmaid giggled as she hid the laundry. Yeah, I was just thinking about something. In any case, it still felt like I was flying when I closed my eyes. Couldn't calm myself. I had done so many things last night, even though it was only a few hours. When I remembered it, I became excited and acted like a one-man show. In the end, I couldn't sleep. Oh my, but you need to hurry, or the maids will be bringing in the next load of laundry. Saw the assistant maids coming in as they held more laundry. All their faces looked gloomy. Ah, so, heard the strange moaning. What's up with that? How scary! Come on, you two, you're in front of the princess. Handmaid scolded them and the maids quickly bowed down on the floor. It's fine, it's fine. More importantly, what are you two talking about? They looked at each other as they answered. Yes, actually, last night I heard a strange voice. Ominous sound. A strange voice? Yeah, it sounded like a demon's voice, but there weren't any to be seen. It was like hearing something from the depths of the underworld. That's why we thought it might be demon's curse or something. Wonder what it was. Creeps me out. Handmaid and I looked at each other. Can you hear that voice now? No, I couldn't hear it after daybreak. It sounded more and more like a ghost story. Or maybe you'd heard a demon's voice from somewhere. I'll have someone patrol the castle after this. Yeah, you're right. Something weighed on my mind. The mystery didn't stop that day. The moaning tormented the people in the castle thereafter. It was so sexual, they were so attracted to it. Slap. We're saving and we're stopping for now. See you in chapter 6, people.
She's only doing it because I'm here.
No, my voice is giving out.